What's going on, you guys? This is All1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you guys another Division 2 build video. And with this build video I'm going to be giving you guys is going to be the healer build, or the new healer set, and pretty much how it works. So, obviously I didn't show you guys like a gameplay video or clip, because there's really not much to show. I'm just going to explain how it works and show you a small clip in the shooting range on how it works, just explaining it and whatnot after I give you guys the whole build shablam and all that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. So you want to make sure you choose the survivalist as your specialist when it comes to the healer, because one, you get a fire grenade or incendiary grenade, which is really nice in general just for support type classes and whatnot. But you know, it's just really, I think it's definitely the best grenade to have just in general for supports. But the biggest thing is you get the passive called Triage Specialist, giving you 15% increased outgoing healing. So that's not the amount of healing you will get yourself, but it's the amount of healing you will do to others, which is more important because obviously you want to be able to make sure they survive, because you're generally going to have full health and full armor all the time. You do also get 10% increased protection from elites, which is also pretty nice. But the other thing which is really nice is you get the Survivalist Tactical link with the Survivalist class, which allows you and your group members to deal 10% bonus damage to targets with status effects on them. So the fire grenade is going to be really nice, and what you're going to be doing with this build is you're pretty much going to be buffing your team's damage a lot with this build. So let's go ahead and check out the gear and the weapons and everything else. So for the weapon, you want to make sure you have a weapon that's pretty hard hitting. So an AR or a rifle, specifically like the classic M1A with Future Perfect on it. That way you can always try and get a kill a little easier versus having a pistol or shotgun or sniper using Future Perfect. That makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, Future Perfect is really nice because when you get a kill, you get a +1 skill tier, and then with that +1 skill tier, if you have already 6 yellow skill tiers, it'll give you overcharge, and it gives you overcharge for 15 seconds, and it's a 90-second cooldown. So being able to do that is gonna be really nice and makes your heals a lot stronger. Charges go out faster and comes back faster. And then you're also going to be running the pulse, regular scanner pulse, so that way you can give a damage buff to your team for any enemies that are affected by this pulse. So the second weapon you want to go ahead and run is going to be the Sweet Dreams. And the reason why you want to run Sweet Dreams is, obviously, so you can one-tap red and purple enemies. And then you have the pistol. It doesn't matter what you run. I'm just running the one with Future Perfect on it just because if I need a switch, I can just switch to that. So unfortunately, there is no chest or backpack for Future Future Initiative, but this set in general is still really good. So with a 2-piece, you get 30% repair skills. 3-piece, you get 15% skill haste and 30% skill duration. 4-piece, you get ground control. Increases you and your allies' total weapon damage, total and skill damage by 15% while at full armor. When you repair an ally, you and all allies within 5 meters of you are also repaired for 60% of that amount. So ground control basically it's an amplified amount of damage. It's not additive, it's multiplicative. So you're getting a big damage boost from just that, just while having full armor. And as a healer, you're always going to be healing your allies all the time with the hive. You're a healer, so you're always going to be giving them that damage buff. Now, if you have the chest piece, which only comes from the raid, the chest piece goes from 15% to 25%. So the chest piece I'm running right now is a Murakami Empathic Resolve chest, which is a good alternative at the moment. But it's not something you want to necessarily run because it relies on your allies being healed. So you can either run Empathic Resolve or you can run Overwatch. Overwatch, obviously, all you have to do is just go in cover, and then they get that damage bonus, but it's additive. Empathic Resolve is also only additive. It's not multiplicative. So when you get the chest piece of the Future Initiative, you want to definitely run that over the empathic resolve, and then run the Alps piece somewhere else, probably like the gloves or the mask or the holster or the knees, literally anywhere. So the other thing is the backpack. So the Future Initiative backpack is actually pretty nice from what I read, because it increases the radius of the heals that you can get. So when you heal your ally, you also get healed, um, based off of the percentage of they get healed or of how much they get healed. But you don't really need to run that because you kind of want to run the Acosta bag. The Acosta bag is going to be nice because that way you can keep overcharge going. You get the overcharge from getting a kill, and you can get overcharge from throwing a grenade from the Acosta bag. Obviously, you don't want to use them at the same time. You want to use one after the other. So you try and get the kill first with Future Initiative, and then throw a grenade after Future Initiative buff is gone and is worn out. The Costa bag is also going to pretty much give you a bunch of ammo and armor kits, and grenades to throw. And you basically get a free grenade to throw every time you proc a Costa. So as I said earlier, you're going to be running the scanner pulse, and the reason why is when you're overcharged, you and your allies' damage is amplified by 15% to pulse targets. So it's just going to be it's going to be insane. I mean, the amount of damage you and your allies are putting out, especially if you have allies that are running a straight crit build, like an AR build, you will just kill enemies in legendaries and heroics super fast, and it's really fun to watch. And you actually feel like you're doing something with the healer builds rather than just watching your allies' armor go back up, like healing them. You're actually doing something, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how all this works and how you want to basically use it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how much damage I'm doing without using overcharge or anything. So it's about 67,272, or it's about 67k damage. Now when I pulse, I'm at 111,000 damage because I'm both doing extra damage from the pulse, the overcharge, and the Future Initiative damage buff as well. Without the Future Initiative damage buff, I'm probably doing maybe like 40,000 damage. And as you can see, I'm doing more damage now because the enemy's on fire, and I'm also overcharged with the pulse. So it's really, really, really nice. But I mean, aside from that, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a grenade on the ground as well. It's just so you can see that the buff goes away on the screen. The buff is the blue one under my ammo. Once I heal myself back up to full armor, it's back, and I also get empathic resolve. And as you can see, both my overcharges are on cooldown. So that's pretty much it with this whole build video for the heal build. It is a very, very powerful build when it comes to support. Definitely one of the best, if not the best support build in the game, just because of all the different damage buffs you're giving your team. I mean, like I said, you're being able to overcharge twice, and you're basically able to keep a pulse out for more than 30 seconds. And that pulse is obviously a damage buff, and then you're also giving your team damage buff for having full armor. And then also when you heal them, you give them another damage buff. You're just giving them all the damage that they basically need. Unfortunately, you don't get opportunistic, so you can't add on that extra damage buff. But you know, it is what it is. You're already giving them enough. They should be able to kill the enemies. This build, by the way, is definitely something I would run in the raid for the first timers. I mean, one, you get heals, and you also get buffs. It's really good for legendaries and heroics. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this helped you guys out. This is all Danny one on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.